I wasn't ready. Alright, let's see. Zooming out. Fixing this because it's on my buttons. My desk is a total nightmare, so be warned. In case, like, you catch a glimpse. I'm just painting these right now because I need a place to put my napkins. Man, my desk is a nightmare. Where am I going to put this stuff? I hope this works because I don't have anything separate to look at chat, so we're just kind of winging it here. And obviously I'm using up some of my almost empty paint. And I'm just painting, man. No rhyme or reason. I'm just covering up the encyclopedia-ness of these books. I got so many covers. I got so many encyclopedia covers, and I figured they would work good for this. I'm making flow napkin books. I have some right now that I made out of folders, like manila folders, but I need something with a thicker spine than how I made those ones. So here we are. Thicker spine. And I just thought I would do it live because I haven't gone live in a long time. Let's see. I guess I might need a cup of water or something. Oh. Okay, that's one coat on there. Very nice and green. I don't know what color I'll do on this side, but let's clean some of the green off anyway. Sorry if my phone goes off. My cameras go off on occasion. Mainly because of cats. This is clogged, and I know if I squeeze hard, a booger will probably come shooting out, and then the clog will clear up, and then I'll have a giant mess on my hands right here. Let's open it up. Let's open it up over here because it's going to leave some crusty stuff. This is vintage. This one here came from my aunt. It's vintage. I'm going to try and keep that price sticker. That was a store from my hometown many moons ago. We used to love going to the fair. And I've been saving my price tags for my... You'll be seeing some videos of that coming out. The only reason they haven't come out yet is because one of them needs a voiceover, and it's the first one. I gotta come off the table for this so I can get in the corner here. It's the first junk tilde of my, year. It's the first one where I work on the cover and stuff, so I kind of want that one to be seen first. Boogers. More boogers. I hope everybody is doing good. We had more snow last night, and the kids have not been in school. Tomorrow will make 10 days. They have not gone to school for 9 school days, which is 2 weeks. It's been 2 weeks since the last time they were in school. Which is just hilarious to me. Like, I find it funny. Let's see what I got in here. I might be safe to say this one's done. Might have to get a smaller paintbrush to scrape the rest of it out of this lid, but I think we're safe. Let's grab a smaller brush so I can get this out of here. And then I don't know, do I rinse this? It's like dry in there. I'm tossing it. Hello, Kelly. At first I was like, I don't know if people can see. Maybe I didn't put the live as public. Because I had to upload some videos that weren't public, so I'm like, maybe I had it set to not public. But now that you're here, I know that I'm public. Nice, nice. I'm just painting these so that I can put napkins in them. Ooh, that's very pink. Nice. Well, then YouTube's doing its job. YouTube is doing its thing. Have you guys gotten a lot of snow? Because we have gotten snow, which is not very common. Yeah, I like using napkins, but I don't have them organized very well. So I'm making flow books, and I make napkin flow books, and my napkin flow books now are too freaking small for anything. So I'm just covering up the encyclopedia covers, and I figured these will be thick enough. The binding, the spine will be thick enough. Yeah, us too. The kids haven't gone to school for 2 weeks. Because, like, North Carolina just doesn't know what to do with snow. Just hilarious. I just think it's hilarious the way they do snow. Well, at first I was going to cover them with napkins, and I said, ooh, that would be fun. But I'm like, you know what? I got a bunch of paint to use, so I might as well just use up my crappy paints. Like my almost empty paints. I had to come off the edge of the table here, so I might be off the screen a little bit. Just, you know, Walmart, apple barrel, bottom of the barrel paint. I like the apple barrel paint, though. I'm not going to lie. I mean, some of it, once in a while I get one that doesn't have good coverage or is kind of thin. But for the most part, the Walmart paints are just fine. They're just fine. So yeah, we haven't really been able to go anywhere for a couple of weeks because of the snow. We're a snowy bunch here. And then like we got a little bit of snow last night too. It's just been weird. The weather has just been really bizarre for here. Cold snow. I know. We when I lived up north, we just drove in it. You know, we just up there in New England and like out where you are, you guys get a lot more snow than we do here, but you know, you get a big snowstorm, the roads are clear within a few hours of the last snowflake falling. You're good to go. Most things don't even shut down. Although they've been shutting things down lately. I guess like we're all just turning into a bunch of snow sissies. This whole country. Like most of the country got snow there, what, last week, couple weeks ago? I've lost track of what storms did what, but I know like most of the country got snow. Florida got snow. Some parts of Florida. Yeah, it's been cold here. I've been surprised because usually I'm always hot too, but like my house has been cold at night and it's a big old farmhouse, so you know, it's drafty and once the cold air settles in, I'm like chilled. Come on. Come with me. Oh, look, I'm making a mess. Come on. Oh, I need a baby wipe. Usually pretty good. And the winters here are nice. Like, it's going to be in the 50s and 60s next week, so I'm all set with that. Winter will be over. And usually by March, March 1st, spring has begun. When I lived in New England, winter could go through May. I mean, you know, it could be cold. There was one year I remember, no, I didn't, I wore a sweatshirt or a coat up until 4th of July weekend. That is just unacceptable. Yeah, me too. I love it. That's like the perfect temperature. Springtime, warm. See, all these paints are like big boogers. There's going to be some blue mixed in with this, I guess. See, like this one is kind of, doesn't have good coverage. Just cheap 50-cent paint or whatever. And they're old, so that doesn't help. That doesn't help matters much. But like, I don't know if they're going to even have school. The kids might not even have school tomorrow either. I have no idea. Tomorrow will be 2 weeks since they've been in school. It's just so bizarre. Yes. Well, I'm cleaning and organizing, and I got a bunch of stuff, put away today. I cleared off some shelf space, and then I made a mess in another direction, so now I got to clean that up. But I was able to move some stuff so it's more accessible to where I need it, and look at the bubbles. This is like real watery pink paint. And I'm trying to clean my little cart off because I think I'm going to put all my paint on this little 3-tiered cart. But the napkins were stuffed in a bag at the bottom, and I'm like, you know what? It's time to to do something about those. So I said, well, I'll just paint on this. I'll just paint on these covers since I got enough of them. I have enough book covers for 3,000 years worth of journals. I will never need another book cover ever again. I could probably supply like the whole East Coast with book covers if other people on the East Coast need book covers. All right, I did 4, so I got 1 more, and then I'll do a second coat on them. Or I'll do a second coat on 1, and I'll just start putting it together, so I'm not like boring streaming. This one here, this is a vintage one, folk art, and this one's nice. This one's got good coverage, but it's almost out. I'm about out. I'm about out of it. No! Big boogers. This is like from the 90s. Authentic vintage paint. Probably even has lead. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, my napkin stash has outgrown my napkin stash space. Surprise. Surprise, surprise. I have too much of something. What a shock. Come on, little boogers. Ooh. On the floor, I guess. I really don't think I got enough to do the back cover. Yeah, you know, this vintage stuff is nice. Maybe, nah, I don't want to put water because I don't want to water it down. And you know, you don't even see colors like this anymore. It's like a mauve. What is this color called? Potpourri rose. Nobody has. Woo! That was a big chunk of ice just fell off my roof and scared me, and my cat outside just went running. I'm assuming that's going to happen again at some point. Now the big ice is falling off my roof. Maybe if I... That was really loud. That was really loud. That just scared the crap out of me. Whew. I'm trying to make a video the other day, and like no one, you know, my road is pretty quiet. We don't see a ton of traffic. But of course, the loudest possible vehicle under the sun decides it has to drive by while I'm making a video. And because the roads were crappy besides, it was like slow. I had to edit it out of the video. I'm like, why? Why do they have to be loud? Why do they have to come by when I'm trying to do something? All these loud people gotta be driving by. That's gonna be it for that one. I mean, I could get fancy and like stencil these and everything, but I'm not going that far. I'm just trying to make them look kind of nice for the napkins. I just need a place to put the napkins. That's what it boils down to. My poor cat, she's like over there like, what? She ain't gonna come back over this building for a long time. She took right off. I know. I know, I feel bad. But it's like I wouldn't be able to lure her over here. She'd be like, no, I'm all set. Thanks. I'm all set with that place. All set. No matter how much snow we get, I never get used to that sound of it falling off the roof. I'm glad this stuff is melting though, because like I've got stuff I have to do, and I have stuff I got to go get out of my storage, and I can't because it's all snow. And like last week, I didn't get out here for like 3 days because the ice, it was all ice. My whole driveway was ice. Then it was cold and it wouldn't melt. It's just brutal. Here, spread some green around on here. Add a little bit of, you know, texture or something. And scrape the rest of those little paint boogers off of here. Very nice. Very nice. Does the first one need a second coat? Let me see. Let me take a look, because it's going to be in a totally different color if it does. I'm out of the colors I used. Now I'll add a second coat onto this, and then we'll get started. And then we'll get started. With the actual napkinning. Let's add some metallic on there. Let's remove the boogers first. We usually do, you know, around here, that's what they do is they salt. But the thing is it's usually melted so fast that you don't really need any salt for your home, you know. It's usually gone within a day, but because it stayed so cold, it stayed so cold, so it didn't melt at all. Ooh, the metallic is pretty. Oh, come on. Oh, I just sprayed paint all over myself. That is so nice. Get out of there. Oh yeah, wallpaper too is nice, and it's thick, so it's kind of like a reinforcement. I got paint. It's on my face. Just that paint booger did not want to give up. I need another baby wipe. It's on my neck. It's on my face. I gotta grab one of the big rags. That's funny. Covered in paint. That metallic paint didn't want to play nice. Mean paint. That's so funny. I just got like covered in paint. Like I can still feel it. Like it's wet. My arm is still wet. Get rid of the boogers. I'm not as worried about the back covers as I am about the front. All the colors I used are coming out. Spread this out so it'll dry faster. Come on. Then I'm probably going to use my paint pen. I'm going to let this dry while I figure out some of my napkins here. I gotta get those in water. All right, let this dry for a minute somewhere. And I have 4 books because I'm going to organize them into 4 categories, which is how I have my bulk napkins organized. But I don't use, the 20 napkins that come in a pack, so I only use a few of them. So I will start with, let's dry this off here. Napkins don't like water. I'll start with my random patterns napkins. Like these ones are nature, nature, nature. This one is Christmas. Some more nature, some more nature. I used to sort them by shape, like the small squares, the big squares. But then when I started getting enough to categorize them, it started making it easier. So I'll just sort them by shape within the book itself. These are vintage. Once in a while, I get some nice vintagey ones. I must have put those in there when I was making up nature packs. So the things I'm currently using look like this. And it was like a flow book, but the elastics never last in them. So like when I get in Happy Mail, I put them in there. Like these ones, I didn't buy these. These came from people. These came from people. That one's cute. And then some of them, like I kept the other negatives. But I didn't do that for all of them. I got this summery one, unicorns. This is a negative from one of the napkins that I used. I'm taking the negative ones out though. I'm not going to use those. They don't look as nice. They kind of look messy. These were Vera Bradley napkins. I remember when I bought them, I said, Vera Bradley makes napkins? What in the hell? That one's pretty. And of course, you can't have napkins without birthday napkins. I like this one. And then this is the same thing, so put this one up here. I gotta figure out what to do with the pieces too. If I'm gonna keep the pieces or if I'm gonna put the pieces somewhere. These are cute. This is cute because it's got like little cottages on one side and the little beachy bicycle on the other. Figure out a place to put that for now. More nature ones. Nature. I'll keep that negative one because that one doesn't look so sloppy. Hi, Jenren. Sorry, my chat stopped moving. I don't usually watch the chat on what I'm streaming on. but I have to today because my other phone is broke. I broke it by putting crap on top of it, and it broke. So I originally got this idea from Beth Schuler many, many moons ago. She made one, and then I made those file folder napkin books, and it works out like really well. Lipstick can't solve problems, but it's a pretty good start. Hey, that's true. Little mermaid. This is pretty. These are nature-y. Nature. Christmas. Christmas. This is fine. Yeah, I love her napkin. I love when she did that with the napkin books. It really does make sense, and it really does work well for, you know, napkins. I got these from somebody. I don't know who, but they're really pretty. Pretty faces. This one's a Halloweeny one. I can go with fall. Nature. This is a Christmas one with the holly. Christmas. 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 Oh, I like the watch. I like those clocks. Those are from, yeah, Jane Davenport. I forgot her name. I like those napkins. Those are cool. I've gotten a lot of really cool napkins and swaps. So that's what I think a lot of that is. At one time, like when I first started coming on YouTube, I did a swap. I did a video saying if anybody wants to swap napkins, you know, email me. So I ended up getting a bunch of people sign up. So I swapped with a bunch of people. I sent a bunch of napkins out. And someone, I don't remember who, because what I did was I took all the napkins that I got and put them into a box and then sorted them all later. Someone sent me a bunch of pieces. Like I sent all full napkins, and they sent me all little napkin scraps. I was like, oh, that's really nice of you. This is just because it's probably the negative to these ones, which is still nice to have a brown napkin once in a while. I'm not going to use rubber bands. I will probably use like thread or twine to sew them in, to tie them in. Coffee one. That could go in my coffee journal. My cafe book. Oh, these are cute little ladies. Jungle animals. I'm not going to put those in with nature because I don't think giraffes wear hats in nature. I don't know who I don't know who it was because like I said I swapped with a lot of people, but I was pretty disappointed when I finally went through those, and I was like, oh, okay, I guess this is what we do now. We rip people off of napkins. That's got pumpkins. I'll put that with fall. Oh, that's nature. If it's got any kind of flower or plant, it goes with the nature. But yeah, I was like, oh, this is nice. This is definitely what I signed up for. Someone's scrappy bits. But yeah, whoever it was, I'm sure they have a reputation of, you know, ripping people off. Because that wasn't very nice. All right, I'm going to start here because I got a lot just right here to look through. Christmas, fall. Oh, one more Christmas apparently. I gotta find a thread. Let's see. Let's grab a twine. I have them hanging on like these paper towel racks. So I've got to like get it off of there. I got a lot of blue, so we're going to use blue twine. Blue. Okay, blue. I don't know what if she uses a book, but she has a napkin flow. So this is one of the covers that I painted very sloppily. It was an encyclopedia cover. And I'm going to tie some strands around here. Let's make it like, you know, long enough. Grab some scissors. Probably 2, I would think. Measure it to twice that, and then a little room for the napkins. And I won't tie it super tight. A 1. I love the it's just so much easier than having them all bunched up in a place. You know, you can have them all kind of sorted. Apparently that didn't go. My fingers don't want to work today. Come on, I don't want you. Okay, so then sometimes I go and take all the napkin poop out, but I'm not going to do that here. You just slide them in like this. So I'll put like all my polka dots together here. And I'll start here with the small squares, right? This can be a random square here, for this one. Alright, starting with the small squares. This is kind of a random one. I just dropped one. I know I have another one of these down there, at the bottom of the pile. I'll have to wait till I come across it, I guess. Little boat. I gotta grab the other little boat ones. That one's a small one. These are small. These are small. Oh, here's some more little boats. More polka dots. Apparently this polka dot doesn't want to open. How dare you not open to my artsy needs? Whenever I buy a pack of napkins, I'll keep like 3 or 4, not 100. But I like more than 1 most of the time. If I have to loosen my knot a little bit, I will. Which I might have to. Like these little boat ones, I bought those many moons ago, and I had gotten like 3 packs of them. Man, I got so sick of seeing little boat napkins, I'll tell you what. And you do, like, you get sick when you have 20 of the same napkin, you get sick of seeing the same napkins. Over and over, you just see the same patterns. You get sick of it when you're looking for something. You're like, oh, come across this one again. She can go in with our people. I know, it's like overwhelming. Make a little people section here. People can go on top of the polka dots. I might have to add another twine. I might have to make 3 signatures in this of these. So I have like the small squares, the big squares, the rectangle napkins. It's probably what I'll end up doing. Honestly though, like I might end up needing more than one book for things like my nature collection, because I got a lot of natures, man. Lot of stinking natures. Oh, more boats. More boats. Yeah, I got a lot of nature. The nature ones are just so pretty, you know? Little squares. There's a start. Little squares. See when I close this up how much room they take up. Oh, that's nothing. That's nothing. We got tons of room in there. Tons of room. Oh, this is a little one. This is a little one. This is a little one. I dropped some. I gotta pick up the ones I dropped. That's a small one. That's a small one. Let's go ahead and stick them in here, I guess. But it seems like nature, fall, and Christmas are the 3 biggest napkin categories that I tend to gravitate towards. Alright, y'all, I'm going to have to cut this short because my husband's trying to get a hold of me and I'm streaming on my phone. So I think he needs my help. He's doing some stuff. He's doing some stuff to the bathroom closet door. So wish me luck. But I'm going to finish this up and I'll post pictures when I'm done putting them all together. Thank you, ladies, for hanging out with me. Ta-ta.